Well, we're back. DT Modeler here, Dave Thibodeau. I believe this is part 5 of the McLaren M23. And what we're doing today is we're going to get all the aluminum pieces painted in the interior. You know, last time I left you, I had done all the polishing on the car, so you knew how that all went. Went very well. I was able to save the body from the mishap I had with the neon, breaking up with the clear. And we got that solved, and we can move on. So what we've done, or what I've done today, is I've prepped the interior and the bottom of the car that is left in bare metal on the real M23. So we're going to do that as well. And we're going to do it with some paint, some acrylics. We're going to use Mission Models. I'm going to take this as a base. This is the MM006 Silver. And we're going to shoot that directly straight in the airbrush with a little bit of the poly. Let me grab that for you. I forgot to get it. This stuff right here. The polyurethane additive. We're going to mix... What the mixing ratio is about, I believe... Oh gosh, I have my little book here from Mission Models that tells you. This is great paint, by the way. And let me see here. I know there's a mixing... Okay, right there. Okay, so there's your mixing ratios for Mission Model paints. If you need more, you double it or triple it, whatever you got to do. I tend to abide by it as close as possible, but I also kind of deviate from it at times. I am not going to shoot or thin this with their thinner, because I can shoot it through my airbrush by bumping my compressor up a little bit to allow it to come through, and it covers much better when it's not thinned as much. At least it doesn't take as many coats. So what we're going to do, everyone, is we're going to add the silver as a base onto the top, where all the fuel lines, electronics and such are on the real car, the interior tub, and the bottom. We're going to shoot it in the silver as a base. Now, this isn't going to give us a real reflective finish, but what will is the Mission Models chrome. I learned from John Tamkin at Mission Models that if you miss the chrome on after your silvers, it will make it pop even better. I'm hoping it'll cover the white and the neon without having to put a base down of any sort. We're going to give it a shot and see what happens. And we're going to do the bottom of the car as well. So that's what we're going to do next. We're going to throw the silver into the airbrush here, my Infinity airbrush. And then we're going to shoot it in the spray booth. So we'll see you in a bit. Well, as you can see, the Mission Model base silver needed some help, so I had to put some black base over it. This is great stuff too. This is what they tell you to use when you're doing chrome. Now, you're probably thinking, well, Dave, in the video, or when you were spraying it, it didn't really look like chrome to me. Well, I didn't intend on it to look like chrome because the real car didn't have chrome aluminum, polished aluminum panels in the interior and underside of the car. But it was rather bright, and I wanted it to have somewhat of a pop. So I've learned with Mission models that if you lay down even a black semi-gloss or flat, depending on what type of, I guess, effect you're looking for, you'll get a different sheen out of the Mission Model's chrome. But I didn't want to take a chance on it just for some reason being too shiny, so that's why I used the silver base, and then I went ahead and hit the outside with the chrome. You saw in the descriptions before the video for each excerpt what I did, so I'm sure you all hopefully understand what I was doing there and what I was trying to accomplish. So right now you're thinking, well, I can see it, Dave, on the video, but how does it look? Well, that's why I kind of wanted to reveal it to you this way. So we're going to take the rear engine cover off. We're going to take this piece off, which will remain removable throughout the whole build. And just look at that. So that is, like I said, Mission Models gloss black acrylic base. Then there is a silver base put on top, and then the chrome over top of that, and it gives you that look. It's not too shiny, it's not too flat, it looks like, well, aluminum, and that's what I was going for. Oh, incidentally, I totally forgot to mention, if you've probably seen them inside there, I used the rivets again. These decal rivets from Archer Fine Transfers to add some detail to the top here and in there. I didn't add too many here because that's all going to get a bunch of components put on top of there. There's an overflow tank that goes right there. I'm going to try to plumb all that as well. But there you have it, everyone. Okay? Oh, and the bottom. Let's look at the bottom, which is not as pretty as the top. It's got a little bit of a graininess to it. But who cares? I mean, it's the bottom of the car. It bled a little bit right there. You know, I'll do some touch up on that as well, but this is all aluminum underneath, and it has a shine to it, which is what I was going for. So I am really pleased with the overall look. However, when I was pulling the tape off, if you look right there on that little box, it pulled off the chrome, the base, everything with the tape. So we're going to fix that. And how are we going to fix it and match it? You can't use Mission Models by brush when it comes to chrome. So Molotow, okay, comes into the rescue here. Now, you're probably thinking, well, Dave, how are you going to get in there with that big, thick pen you have here? I'm not. The beauty about Molotow is that if you push up and down on the nib like this, you'll get some of it coming out onto your surface that you're doing it on. Cap it back up, and we do it with a brush. So we're just going to go ahead and apply a little bit of this right here. Probably a little shinier than it needs to be. The other side did the same thing, so we're going to hit that. But we'll just do the ends, and the ends will just be shinier than the rest of the box, this control box, or whatever the heck it is. A little bit more to load it up. This stuff is fantastic for touch-ups. Look at that. So there you have it, folks. So that's going to end this video. I'm taking each video very, I guess you could say, very detailed and breaking them up quite a bit. There might be 25 or more parts to this video. I hope you all don't mind the journey because this car has an engine and all that, so it's going to be a lot more detailed, a lot longer than the Ferrari SF70H first video I did. So once again, all done. Now I'm going to paint this in here black. I've got to paint the inside of this black. I'm going to paint this either black, flat black, gray. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to go off some photos. I'm going to paint all this inside here black. You know, the usuals. And I need to add a thin piece of decal, black decal across here and across the back here to resemble those panel lines where these pieces were removable on the real car. They don't give you those in the Tamiya kit, and I didn't scribe them beforehand, so we're just going to use thin black decal film as a line and go that route. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As usual, hit the subscribe button at the bottom if you haven't, or at the top if you haven't already. Hit the bell so you guys get notifications when my next video is uploaded. And please like my videos. Thanks for the support. Talk to you next time.